mentioning of cases for accused persons on bail or police bond should be done in their absence. And the commuters of accused persons to the Lusaka High Court, I think now we are talking about people facing murder cases as well as aggravated robbery, shall be done in their absence, Rhoda.
Will be mentioned, and also their committal letters being submitted to the magistrate. They will actually be committed to the High Court in their abstention. And criminal trials, according to, continue with the following precautions, Rhoda. And one of the precautions, Rhoda, includes that. All right, so that in the people that are actually in holding that are in cells, only one accused person actually shall be brought into the courtroom at a time, unless the accused person is jointly charged. Rhoda, quite interesting, meaning that if you are jointly charged with maybe 4 people, I think that would actually be allowed.
Sanitization of all exhibits before and after receipt. Where sanitization materials are lacking, matters shall be adjourned until materials are made available.
Yes, Rhoda, and these are just some of the pictures that we are showing you live here at the recorded 2 cases of COVID-19. But it's good to see that, government is putting up all these measures to ensure that probably we don't receive any cases and be able to contain the virus.
Exactly. There is another issue that I feel government should look into is the prices of the sanitizers and the face mask. I think the prices have now been exaggerated by people who have seen an opportunity to sell these products. So there has been exaggerations in terms of the prices of these sanitizers.
All right, so this has been me, Darius Jonya, and my colleague Rhoda Mvula giving you updates as regards to some of the precaution measures that have been imposed by the judiciary. And we are actually here at the subordinate courts just giving you all this information. We'll be able to give you a more detailed story on this particular matter. And we should also make mention that our colleagues will be in various locations just bringing you updates on what members of the public and also other institutions have put across to contain COVID-19. My name is Darius Jonya, and you have been watching News on the Go.
TV, powered by MTN. Welcome to MBET. Join our community of fun and lucky winners. It's easy. Play just from your smartphone by downloading our app or directly on the web 24/7. Enjoy and bet on top-level football competitions, more sports, perfect 12 daily jackpot, live betting and quick lotto. Pay MBET. Get your bonus on www.m-bet.com/ZM. Pay easily with MTN Mobile Money, Airtel Money, and Zamtel Kwacha.
Alright, so let's see what news are making headlines on the summary. United Party for National Development, UPND Economic and Finance Committee Chairperson Situmbeko Msokotwane has urged government to quickly address the economic impact of the coronavirus before it escalates. And Comments Minister Christopher has predicted a loss of 25 million jobs worldwide as a result of COVID-19.
The coronavirus pandemic has become a threat to the global economy as trade in all aspects is being affected partly due to restrictions that most of the affected countries have imposed. Zambia has only recorded 2 cases of COVID-19, but the economic challenges are bound to be felt amid a deteriorating currency, which is trading at 16.85 kwacha against a dollar. Political parties such as the United Party for National Development says government should put up vigorous measures to safeguard the economic and social impact of the pandemic. Former Finance Minister and now UPND Economic and Finance Committee Chairperson Situmbeko Msokotwane has challenged government to outline the serious measures that it has put across to avoid the economy from collapsing.
The government needs to come out and articulate very clearly what social and economic measures they are putting in place to protect our economy from an uncontrolled meltdown that is already going to injure an economy that is already on its knees. All serious consequences of coronavirus, if not handled properly, will be a shutdown of the economy of Zambia.
Government says it is already aware of the impact the virus may cause to the flow of business.
We have requested the chain stores, the Game, the ShopRite, the Pick and Pay, the Woolworth, you name them. We need to ensure, like what the Minister of Law Government said, we need high standards of cleanliness. We need to ensure that sanitizers are all over. When you are entering, and mid-store as you walk, you must see where you can stop and clean your hands. We only maintain our economy in good shape by the way we react to these things.
However, Green Party President Peter Sinkamba is of the view that President Edgar Lungu should declare a state of emergency. He says it will be very difficult for the country to get donor aid without the declaration of a state of an emergency.
Of finances to come from various international donors, they can only come to our aid when there's a state of emergency in place. And we should not wait until such a time when we are in a serious, fully-fledged disaster.
So far, the International Labour Organization has predicted a loss of 25 million jobs worldwide. There is a very real risk of families losing income and businesses of all sizes suffering as a result of the negative impact COVID-19 will have on slowing economic growth. With such,
Party President Harry Kalaba has questioned Edgar Lungu's alleged silence on the outbreak of the coronavirus in the country. Mr. Kalaba says President Lungu, like other leaders in affected countries, must not delegate junior officers, but address the nation over the outbreak. And Mr. Kalaba says there is need to institute drastic measures to ensure that the virus does not spread to other parts of the country, as it will be catastrophic. Zambia has so far 2 coronavirus cases. Mr. Kalaba says there is need to track all those that were on the same flight with the couple to ensure that the outbreak is contained as quickly as possible. The former Foreign Affairs Minister further says the Commission of Inquiry, which government intends to institute over the gassing that characterized the country a few weeks ago, is a non-starter.
100 lives as of Thursday, March 19. Zambia has not been spared, with 3 people already testing positive to the virus. Health Minister Chitalu Chilufyon Wednesday announced the first 2 cases of a couple that had traveled to France. Addressing the media at the party secretariat, Democratic Party President Harry Kalaba believes that such a serious issue must have a voice of the president.
We are the only ones here, as I say. So, and I keep wondering, if he's not addressing this important issue, what is he doing at State House? I mean, what is he doing there? If you can't just take 10 minutes to address your people and you go and continue to, what are you doing there? Honestly, what are you doing? You have failed to escalate this thing, and the minister keeps on saying, I am a bearer. Why should you be a bearer? Where is he himself? I mean, this man is paid to be president. And even within the laws of delegation, there must be limits.
Meanwhile, Mr. Kalaba has commended the UPND for raising a point of order on whether
throwing money without approval of Parliament. He has continued with his illegality, and the Parliament has been quiet. I am glad that the opposition UPND have realized and agreed with what we have been saying as Democratic Party. I therefore want to thank the UPND membership for the spirit of consensus and for their following up and acting on this issue through the court. That is as it should be.
The DP president has also described as a non-starter the Commission of Inquiry, which is expected to be instituted to look into the chemical gassing scheme which characterized the country not so long ago.
A commission of inquiry, for what? We are very capable men and women in the intelligence and the security wing. They should know, together with the president, who was behind the gassing. The masterminder of gassing up to now has not been mentioned. And yet we are being told that they are closing in. And we don't know how long the closing in is going to take. So we keep on waiting upon the president.
Chief Government spokesperson Doris Leah is concerned with misleading headlines by some media houses that the Constitution Amendment Bill 10 has been derailed by former Minister of Commerce Deepak Patel. Ms. Leah has clarified that Parliament adjourned yesterday because of the outbreak of the coronavirus. She says Bill 10 is still active before the floor of the House, and the Speaker of the National Assembly, Patrick Mativini, has not made his ruling on point of order by Mazabuka Central Member of Parliament Gary Nkombo. But Leader of the Opposition in Parliament, Jack Mwimbu, says the Parliament was...
From the House of Immunity to the streets and other public places and offices, when the Speaker of National Assembly, Patrick Mativini, adjourned proceedings of the House to further notice. This was after Vice President Tinonge Wina moved the motion to adjourn proceedings in light of the outbreak of coronavirus. However, there has been alleged misinterpretation of the reasons for adjournment by some members of the public who claim the adjournment was due to a point of order by Mazabuka Central Member of Parliament Gary Nkombo. In his point of order, Mr. Nkombo wanted to know whether it would be correct for the House to debate Constitutional Amendment Bill number 10 when there is a petition before the Constitutional Court with regards to the National Assembly approving debt before it is contracted. Chief Government spokesperson Doris Leah states government's position.
My recollection is very clear that the Speaker reserved a ruling on a point of order raised by Honorable Gary Nkombo, but actually presented a ruling on 2 points of order raised on Tuesday by Honorable Jack Mwimbu and yesterday by Honorable Malonzo Sichone on the coronavirus, and that on those two matters, the Speaker was very clear and made a ruling. So,
Justice Minister says the adjournment will give the Patriotic Front enough time to campaign for the bill. He says the PAF has numbers, and if the opposition are confident the bill was not...
Next sitting of Parliament, this is our time to also go out to the people.
However, the UPND are confident the bill will never go through whenever Parliament resumes. UPND leader of the opposition Jack Mwimbu says the Patriotic Front does not have numbers to push the bill through and has accused them of trying to buy its MPs.
And we have done our numbers. And considering the number of MPs who were on our side, who were with us physically, the PF did not have the numbers to pass the bill.
The Speaker of National Assembly is yet to give a ruling on the point of order by Mr. Nkombo because he is still studying the matter. When Parliament resumes sitting, the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 10 will be on the order paper. What will be interesting, however, is the Speaker's ruling. Rodam Vola, Damu News.
The Consumer Unity Trust Society has attributed Zambia's escalating debt to loopholes in the public debt legal framework. CARD's Programs Officer Kangwa Muyunda says a sound legal framework on public debt management is key to managing debt, which is currently affecting the kwacha. She adds that poor management of high debt erodes investor confidence. And Zambia Institute for Policy Analysis and Research fellow Florence Mulea says government needs to strengthen requirements of the sinking fund to partly address the challenge of rising debts.
While much attention is being given to the pandemic of the coronavirus, Zambians should not forget about another problem that will stick longer than the coronavirus. The problem is the rising debt. Zambia is currently sitting at $11.23 billion of external debt and 80.2 billion kwacha domestic debt. While government has consistently said that it is sustainably managing debt, rays of doubt have continued spreading among stakeholders because of public debt, which is on the rising trajectory. Consumer Unity Trust Society feels that it is
effectively managed. One of the things that we noted is that our pieces of legislation, which I'll briefly touch on, are quite odd given the significant change in the country's debt portfolio.
A researcher from the Zambia Institute for Policy Analysis and Research, Florence Mulea, feels that a sound legal framework is key to managing Zambia's rising debt.
Apart from saying that there should be a sinking fund, we should also know that on this date or at this point in time, the sinking fund will definitely receive this certain amount of money. And by the time we need to liquidate or redeem our loans, we should have at least a substantial amount of money in there.
If the same political clout that is being shown to contain the coronavirus can be channeled to managing public debt, Zambia's fiscal outlook would be different.
The key challenge here
Just walk the talk.
Is to have a lot of transparency from the onset, all the way and implementing the law to the core.
Government says key debt-related legislation will be tabled before Parliament once sittings resume.
Other than the laws pertaining to debt, there are other laws that are closely tied to the issue of debt. The public had been crying for the planning and budgeting bill. It's now in Parliament.
Zambia's public debt has affected fundamentals such as the kwacha, which has matured enough to get an NRC by trading at 16 kwacha 58 ngwe against $1 United States dollar. The spillover effects of the ailing kwacha have triggered price hikes in key inputs such as cement and milling prices. Diamond TV News, Wenson Mavor.
Concludes our summary this evening, but coming up, the Diamond Live continues.
And live, let's take a look at what you have to say about the things we were talking about on the show. That's some of the messages that you've been sending through. And we start off with these.
Bob Marley looking. Jonah!
What, Bobito?
Jonah, look what you're making the people do.
Listen, Bobito.
Good brethren, kindly update us, the general public that is there. Any treatment for COVID-19?
That's COVID.
So far. If not, then what is it that can give us hope that the Ministry of Health in Zambia is ready about?
And I was thinking about that. Bars are always supposed to close at 22 hours.
What's the difference now? There wasn't so much consultation going on after all.
Bars, they have increased hours up to 22 hours. What of churches? Why worship within less than an hour? Let's also have a clarification from Religious Affairs Minister. That's PB from LSK. I think...
She has said it.
What did the minister say? I should have missed it.
1
She wasn't
hour.
pressed before.
1 hour. She
1
said
hour
1
for
hour.
a
If you
church
can do
service.
30 minutes, fine. If those people who do cell meetings at the houses, let them do that. But otherwise, for me, even cell meetings, I wouldn't.
My brother is a student in China and he has been arrested there since 2017. I communicated to him last month and he said that he's doing fine. My appeal is that the government bring him back to Zambia to face the law before he gets infected.
What did your brother do? Because Chinese laws are very, very, very strict.
Yeah. Let the government be realistic on this disease government making on survival of our Zambians.
But that's a very valid point, though.
The
head of the house must self-isolate. And that's, you know what, I never thought about that. But look, a lot of households are struggling anyway.
Okay, again, there's head of houses that get sick and they are in hospitals. People,